everyone was watching the Super Bowl for the game, the highly hyped commercials have taken on a whole following of their own. For a breakdown of this year's winners and losers, we are joined by branding expert Sally Hogshead.
Hi. Hey, Sally, how are you?
I'm so happy to be here with you.
Tell me about, how do you become a branding expert?
Well, you start by doing television commercials, and then I wanted to understand, well, why are some television commercials more fascinating than others? Why do we remember them? Why do we talk about them? And I found that if a television commercial doesn't stand out, then the advertiser might as well not even bother.
Right. How overall was the quality of this year's commercials?
You know, Kelly, not so great. I think this year advertisers were really playing it safe. There was so much discussion on social media that I think they felt like they were under a microscope. We saw the commercials ahead of time. It wasn't that normal surprise that we get when we're watching them all together as a country at the same time.
Right. I gather we were talking kind of just now about how it's about being memorable. Not necessarily being bad or good, but just being memorable, you know, right? And they almost have like a shock factor, I suppose.
Keep in mind, the television buy was $3.5 million for 30 seconds.
Wow.
So a brand, boring is the kiss of death.
Yeah.
Right. If you're going to run something just to run it, the same ad that you could run on a Tuesday afternoon, just stay home.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. But the ad has to link to the product, too, right? It can't be memorable and you don't know what it's about.
And that happens too often. There's a great commercial, everybody's buzzing about it online, nobody remembers the product.
Right. Okay, well, let's start with the best. What were the best commercials?
There were some great standouts this year, and one of my favorites was that Ferris Bueller spot. We all remember the world's most,
Matthew Broderick.
The world's most famous day of playing hooky. They took the concept and they applied it in a commercial. The ad is almost like a scavenger hunt. They took about 24 little references to the movie and they hid it there within the commercial.
Great. What's next?
Another winner was the Audi Vampires spot. It was
I didn't see this one. I didn't see it.
Well, here's what's cool about it. It ties into the whole Twilight theme. A guy shows up with a box of blood. We don't know why. His party, it's all vampires. But when his Audi headlights hit the vampires, poof, they all go up in smoke.
Oh, my gosh.
I actually drive an Audi, so I'm actually happy about that because I have a big vampire problem down in Los Angeles.
Yes, see that?
Well, here's the funny thing, though. This ad, the whole Twilight trend, targets teenagers, many of whom are not going to be able to afford a $50,000 television.
There you go.
Right.
Were you surprised by any of the ads?
You know, I was really surprised by the ad with Clint Eastwood about Detroit. I thought it was beautifully executed. It was gorgeous. It was an anthem spot. Now, the problem with a spot like this is that it's very intelligent, it's finely crafted, and you can't hear it over the buzz in a bar full of drunk guys.
Right.
But the spot was a beautiful stance, not only on the brand, but also on America and where we are right now.
Right, and they say in show business not to work with animals and babies, but I feel like in commercials, that's exactly what you do.
In the Super Bowl.
Animals and the
Last night, yeah.
Well, we'll take a break. We're going to recap more. We're going to see some of the worst spots, right?
Yeah,
when we come back. Sally Hogshead, we're breaking down this year's Super Bowl ad. Sally's written a book, the author of course, Fascinate, Your 7 Triggers to Persuasion and Captivation. I want to get that book. Oh, my gosh, that's great.
You are fascinating.
I am?
Yes.
But in the weirdest way.
Oh, no.
Fascinating.
We were saying about Super Bowl ads, you have to stand out or don't bother. You do a great job of standing out, both of you.
Thank you very much, Sally, as do you. So tell us about the most disappointing ads.
Okay, there were some real low points this year, but the lowest of my low points, the Godaddy.com commercial.
Okay.
Now, the ads have always been sexist, but at least there was something provocative about them that drove people online. It got a lot of buzz, so it was a win for the advertiser. This year it was just womp womp. The ads were boring and they were sexist.
Oh. Boring and sexist.
Now, in contrast to that, there was another ad that was sexy, which was the David Beckham commercial. Anybody like that one?
That's all you're about.
Ladies, again, let's applaud the David Beckham ad.
I was highly against it.
Were you offended?
I was highly against it. I felt it was too provocative.
Now, David Beckham, though, Beckham was not the only hot sex symbol in this year's Super Bowl. There was also a young up-and-runner, a contender named Regis.
Yes, of course. I haven't seen his commercial.
What was that?
Well,
You have one website.
Regis was in the Pepsi commercial. A Coke driver goes into the store unbeknownst to him when he's
Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh,
yes,
that's funny.
He's caught, and there's our guy.
Is he superimposed in the spot? It looks like he's superimposed in that. It looks like he's like not there. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. Okay. So for more information about Sally, go to our website, and we'll be right back. Don't go away. I felt like there was more.
If you'd like to know more about anything you see on Live, check out livewithkelly.tv.